Well, hello everybody and Happy New Year. Hope you all had a lovely Christmas holiday. I for one went down to East Anglia and I had planned on putting a film out, but the foggy conditions that were forecast for Christmas Day never actually materialised in my part of the country, so the film sadly had to be shelved and didn't get done. So this is my so it's a very belated Christmas video. Now I don't know about you guys, but the weather over the last 2 weeks has been pretty dismal. We've not had any light to speak of, certainly down in East Anglia where I was, and then the second part of the holiday up in the northwest we've had nothing, and this, what you see today, is very typical of what we've had so far. So it's the end of the Christmas break and I just had to get out and shoot a film and try and get a nice image. And with that in mind, last night I was desperately scouring the books looking for locations, and I came across a book that I bought probably about a year and a half ago, something like that, and it's a book called Fotovue. And Fotovue is a series of books that are published for photographers to give you great places to go to and shoot, and I don't know why I've never bothered picking it up before, don't know, but nonetheless last night I had a good look at it and I came across where I am now, which is on my way to Stanley Ghyll Force, which is a waterfall obviously. Now, I don't normally shoot forces, but we've not had a lot of rain in the last couple of weeks, and whilst we've got a little bit of drizzle now, it's not enough to make the force unworkable. I generally find that when you've had a lot of rain, you get a lot of spray, there's just too much water coming down them and they're just not that appealing to photograph. So I'm heading there now. Hopefully it'll be in nice conditions. I've read in the book information about lichens, liverworts, mosses, so it sounds like it's going to be a nice location, so fingers crossed. So I just wanted to quickly mention that the trail is quite steep and fairly slippy. Lots of rocky steps you can just see behind me that are quite difficult in, I imagine, in winter time when there's snow and ice, really be treacherous, so be careful when you do come here. I'm on the second of three wooden footbridges. The third one is just there, so I don't think I'm too far away from the fall itself. But in terms of the guidebook so far, it's really shaping up to be exactly what it says. The ravine, I imagine, doesn't get any light at all, or very little, probably a little bit in summer, but all the rocks on the stream bed are completely caked in mosses, and like it mentions, the liverworts and ferns are abundant here, so really quite excited. Sadly the ferns are all past the best at this time of year, but I think we can work around that, so I crack on. I can see that obviously the footbridge goes onto the other side just now, and then it's really steep up there, so just keep my head down and keep going. Well, I've just arrived and I actually got here a lot quicker than I thought I would. It's literally, go over the third bridge just there and it's literally here. Now it's not what I expected, and that's the problem when you come somewhere without scouting it first, and I think the photograph that was taken in the book is taken just down here, and that, I mean, if you can see, I mean, it might not look very much on the camera, but it looks pretty scary from where I'm standing. There's also a sign just over there that says no footpath beyond this point. Well, it's clearly people have been going up and following it there, but there's no way on this earth. I've just met a fell runner and she's turned back. She said there's no way she's going up there in these conditions. Now just over this little rock step here, it may be really easy. I'm going to take the camera bag off and just have a quick look, see if I can get down, but it may be that I just have to take the image from here, and if that is the case, I'm not going to be happy with it, because all that I'm going to get is the main waterfall, no foreground interest. It's going to be really difficult, and certainly from a quality point of view, it's going to be a bit of a fail in my book. But I'm going to take something. I've made the effort to come here. It's been a 2-hour drive. You can't just turn around and get nothing, so I'll put the camera down and go and have a quick look. So I've had a quick nosy and You can just see where my tripod is there. I just stepped onto the little rock ledge there, and I mean, you can see it's wet, it's slippery, and it drops away. I mean, you could probably climb, in all honesty, if it was dry and there was people around, I wouldn't think twice, I'd go down it, but I'm on my own, there's no phone signal, and the rocks are so wet, it'd be crazy to even attempt it. So I'm going to plonk the camera on the tripod where it is. It's not ideal. I've no room for manoeuvring. I've just got to take whatever I can grab with the range of lenses that I've got. Hopefully I'll get something. I'm not going to go on about it because it's just going to be a basic setup. Probably a 28mm lens, something like that, a vertical crop, and a fairly long exposure. I might try and take advantage of the mist. If you look just up there, it almost looks prehistoric looking, a bit more like Jurassic Park. So I might be able to pull something out of that setup now and grab the shot. So I've just taken a shot. Hopefully it's come out all right. I just love that fallen tree over the ravine there. It just looks like Jurassic Park, very prehistoric looking. And if that comes out as I'm hoping, I'll be really happy. As I said, I've just not been able to move around. I'm stuck with this composition. Camera's on a vertical portrait mode. I'm on about 45mm focal length and about 8-second exposure. I've bracketed. I've took 3 shots. I've took one over, one under, and one as the base exposure. The base exposure is about 8 seconds, but I was a bit concerned with it being so dark that the water would burn out, so I've definitely taken that 1 stop under just to account for that. The 1 stop over I'm probably not going to need, but I've taken it anyway. But I'm fighting with the mist. It's just a lot of mist in the air, and it's not just coming from the waterfall, it's actually drizzling as well, so I'm getting wet. In terms of composition, I'll just show you quickly. I've used the rocks down there at the bottom left hand side to frame it. I've not been able to incorporate the water as it runs out of the fall. I've just focused on the green precipice there, and so these bare rocks to the left which are forming the lower part of the frame, and then the waterfall is the main feature, going up to the lovely trees at the top there. So I'll put that on now, and then I'm going to head down to the bottom and try and find something a little more sedate and less extreme. It's quite scary where I'm stood. So yeah, put that on now. So I've just got to the car park, had a quick snack, and headed down here to Trough House Bridge. When I was coming down the ravine, I hoped to shoot some more of the watercourse, but the heavens opened and it just wasn't fit to get the camera gear out. So I had a bit of a break and I've headed down here. And now this is another place that's mentioned in the fotovue guidebook, and it specifically talks about the rock formations that's in the river just to my right here. And what you've got is the most beautiful salmon coloured eroded rocks, and within the pools is Lakeland grey slate, and there's small tiny fragments, and they've settled within the pools, and they make for a lovely contrast with the salmony pink coloured boulders that are sticking out the water. I had hopes that I could get a shot to finish the day, but I've just been out there now and it's absolutely lethal. There's a bit of a moss covering, you see the darker tops and the stones, and that's just not worth the risk. And any of you that know me, you'll know that I'm prone to falling over with camera gear. I do it all the time. So here I am at Kelly Hall Town, moving swiftly along the banks with complete disregard for the potholes beneath me. And again, this time on the island of Mull, trying to get a shot of that beautiful watercourse, moving into position, didn't check the rocks, and yep, it was bound to happen. So with that in mind, I'm going to stay well clear of that watercourse. But before I go, I just wanted to say quickly that I've now got a new website that's live. I've spent about 3 months working on it, and it's really nice. It's very clean, it's very modern, and if you go to the section marked Enter My World, the images open full screen. If you've got a large monitor, they look absolutely superb. very happy with that. You can also book workshops now. You can book one-day workshops and one-day group workshops. More to be added during this year, so keep an eye out for that. Let me know what you think about the website. It's always nice to get some feedback. There may be little bits that I've missed that might be useful to get something back from you guys as well. So yeah, drop in, have a look, let me know what you think. So I think I'm going to call it a day. I've got one image, happy with that. It's been a soggy one, it's been a short one, but looking forward to the 2019 months to come. So until next time, bye for now.